What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of Cup or Bust. And this one we're doing the Washington Capitals. Might be the fastest I've ever done 2 episodes with Vegas late last week. As you can see at the bottom there, top players Ovechkin, Holtby, and Kuznetsov. So obviously already a solid core. I mean, they won the Stanley Cup last year. Everyone's going to say, why are you building them? It's the name of the series / we do make a lot of changes. So Capitals here, 92 overall. Actually the second highest rated team in the division behind the Columbus Blue Jackets. But after the first year, they usually do lose some players. Whether it's Duchesne, Bobrovsky, depending what they do there. So we're in a good spot. Don't have a lot of cap room though. Already moved Burakovsky to Colorado. So kind of like Vegas, we're going to have to be pretty creative here with our trades. And as always, guys, we're using the most authentic setting. So game style there, 4-4. Injuries though turned off just because super annoying to deal with. Period length 20 minutes. Difficulty superstar. Salary cap on. Trade difficulty there is hard. We do have fog of war turned off. Also, I'm going to turn off both offsides and icings because as we kind of saw last time, I do think it gives us a bit more realistic scoring. And then on top of that, we have our own set of rules. So first there, unlimited free agent signing just because I want to make the summers more fun. Max 5 trades per year, but CPU offers are a bonus. Cannot trade picks past 2021 just so we don't ruin the franchise's future. And then lastly there, keep at least 3 picks per draft just to keep it realistic. And as always, guys, everyone listed created players. No changes from last episode except for one. So just going to quickly go through here showing all the names and overalls. Again, I have a couple videos going through all these guys in more in-depth, showing all the individual stats, stuff like that. So the only change I've actually made since the last episode was for Colson. Dropped him from a 76 to a 75. Pretty much the only reason for this is just try and get him to a more accurate draft ranking. Try and get him around that 10 spot, as he was, ranked top 3 for a while. Then he kind of dropped a bit. So hopefully that's a bit better now. On top of that, I actually boosted Biome to a 77 from a 76. As for some reason, he kept going from like 13 to 15, so I'm hoping like now he'll go top 5. And the last episode, guys, the Vegas Golden Knights Cup or Bust. I let you decide what would be the punishment for this episode if we can't win a Stanley Cup with the Washington Capitals. And the top comment was someone saying cut up the signed NHL 19 PK cover. So I guess we'll do it because it's a top rated comment. Really do not want to though, so I think that's definitely gonna be some extra motivation there to win a Stanley Cup. And next year, guys, I'm gonna show you the team we have to start with. No surprise here, team status is champion. Like I said, literally won the Stanley Cup last year. So first line there, we got Ovechkin, the best goal scorer in the game. Hopefully wins the Maurice Richard all 3 years for us. Playing him there with Kuznetsov and Oshie. We have Wilson, Backstrom, Varane on the second line. Yaskin, Eller, and Connolly on the third, with Smith, Pelly, Stevenson, and Hagelin on the fourth. Defense here, we got Orlov and Carlson on the top pair. Jensen, Kempney, second pair. Juice, Gudas on the bottom. So I did put through the Niskanen trade. As you can see, though, really not a lot of depth after Carlson and Orlov. So something we'll have to definitely address. Holtby there, 91 overall goalie, one of the best goalies in the game, and he's only making $6 million. 2 years left though, so third year, we'll have to definitely extend him. Copley there at 76, I believe, is the lowest rated backup in the game, so probably going to try and make a trade for backup. I know Philly has like 3 guys we could get, either Elliott, Talbot, or Neuvirth, so probably going to go after one of them. AHL team here, I'm not sure if it is best lines, but really no one too great. I did see something just recently. Elite Prospects said how the Washington Capitals have the worst prospects in the NHL. I don't think they're that bad, but obviously, like I said, there's no one great. I mean, on defense, we actually do have Lucas Johansson, who I think, does have medium top 4 potential, so that's pretty good. And then, of course, in goal, Samsonov, there's our starter. Medium potential, that definitely is going to help us out. If he doesn't, get good enough to be the backup, I can use him in a trade. And speaking of that, I'll just show you guys kind of just quickly all the trade values for these players. We do have 1 open roster spot, so probably going to try and sign the best, prospect free agent. So they're the top 4 core: Ovi, Kuznetsov, Carlson, Backstrom. Probably not going to touch those 4. I know Backstrom does only have 2 years left as well. But after that, I think we're probably going to see a lot of movement with the rest of the team. Draft picks here. So we do have actually most of our picks, which is pretty good. Can either use them to trade or actually make picks. So team's in a pretty good spot. Like I said, first trade we're definitely going to make is a backup goalie. Then after that, probably just going to wait and see what we need. So like I was saying, guys, first trade here, trying to get backup goalie. Going after Cam Talbot on Philadelphia. 81 overall, pretty solid there. The other guy, just a roster spot. Now, Siegenthaler here is a decent prospect, 21 years old, 74 overall, low top 4. But we're actually going to replace him right after this. And if it gets us Talbot, again, I think backup goalie is kind of my biggest worry for this team. The value is pretty equal. As well, Copley here, 650k right now, but he's actually extended for $1 million for the next 3 years. Really just no place for him. I'd rather Samsonov be the AHL starter. So we'll see what Philadelphia says. I actually have them retaining $1 million on Talbot as well. And trades rejected. Not comfortable retaining $1 million for 1 year. I hate when they say that. They got to be more willing to do that on the next game. We'll try it now without it. And there we go. So trade is accepted. Might have been a bit too much to give up, but again, that was our weakest spot on the team, so glad we fixed it. And next year, guys, I'm actually trying to trade 4 contracts we don't really need for a 4th round pick with Carolina, just to open up some roster spots, trying to sign some of those 2-way prospects. If we don't get the 4th, I'll just honestly take a 7th, and they do it for a 4th. None of those guys, as you saw, had that much potential, so happy with that. And like I was saying, guys, after making that trade, just made offers on 5 2-way players, all solid potential. Anderson here's the best, 18 years old, 58 overall, medium top 4. I guess Boston's like at the max contracts, but I don't understand why Anderson's the one that goes off the team opposed to so many other players with less value. Sompy, Elvins, From, they're all decent. 62 overall, medium top 9. Another defenseman as well I made an offer on. Snuggerud, I think that's how you say his name. He's a bit older at 22, but 72 overall, medium top 6. I feel like he's not too bad. So hopefully we can sign them all. We have 45-50 contracts. After that, probably just, let the team play, see how they do before I make any other big changes. And next year, guys, I'm actually trying to make a pretty big trade with the Florida Panthers to get Keith Yandel on the trade block. I feel like him and Carlson be a very solid top pair. 86 overall, obviously, very good offensive stats. He's making 6.3. Kenzie Weegar here is coming back. 24 years old, 78 overall. Currently making 900K. I think he's extended for like $1.5 million. So he replaces Jensen, who is 1 overall higher, but Weegar has a better chance to grow. And then Orlov here, 2 overall below Yandel. So obviously the main part of this trade is upgrading Orlov to Yandel, getting a better top pair. Also adding Garstich here. Decent prospect, 22 years old, same overall, medium top 6, but probably not going to turn into a player for us. And again, I think it's worth the upgrades. So we'll see what Florida says here. And trades accepted because we're calling up Yandel and Weegar. So there we go. Also, guys, all those 2-way players made offers on accepted except for Snuggerud. I said we had a max roster. So with that trade there, we actually opened up a spot. So I'll make him an offer again here. And after those trades, guys, I want to give you an updated look at the line. So the forward group has not changed. I think it's still very solid. Defense, we now have Yandel and Carlson on the top pair. So I really like to look at that. Gudis is now on the second pair there with Kempney. Third pair is Juice and Weegar. So both those guys, 24, good chance to grow. Goaltending, obviously, Talbot's the new backup. Plus 5 overall upgrade, I think, is huge. And I also want to give you guys a look at the special teams here. So the first pile-up unit, pretty awesome there. 3 best forwards, 2 best defensemen. Even the second unit there isn't too bad with Oshie and Verana. So this team should be a playoff team, maybe even a back-to-back Stanley Cup champion in the first year. We've seen it happen before. So we're going to set the sim here and hope for the best. So we're at the trade deadline here, guys, with a pretty good record, 35, 26, and 2. And I actually thought we'd be doing even better than this as we started the season out 12 and 4. AHL team there is okay, 27, 23. So should be in a playoff spot. And yeah, we're actually first in the division. 1 point lead there on the Flyers. Islanders and Hurricanes both at 66. Ovechkin is tearing it up, 74 points in 63 games. Love to see that. So we can still make 2 more trades here. We'll see what's out there on the trade block, if there's any good deals or whatever. But again, because of our cap situation, it's going to be tough to make a trade. All right, guys, so I'm trying to make a blockbuster trade with Columbus to really push us over the edge here to be back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Panarin's on the block. They're just over 500, so they're probably worried they're going to miss the playoffs and lose them for nothing. Obviously, great player, 27 years old, 88 overall. What is that? He's got 65 points right now, 61 games. Also have DeZingle on the block, trying to get him, 83 overall. He's got 40 points in 60 games. Clendenny's just there for the roster spot. All 3, though, on the block. I do have them retaining 50% of Panarin's contract. I'll turn it down if they say no, but I do have to have them retain at least some money. So trading Verana, who's a good player, 22 years old, 81 overall, medium top 6, but not really producing for us. Only 24 points there this year, and he's playing on the second line. Alexiev, good prospect defenseman, but we have him, Johansson, and now we have Anderson, so can afford to move one of them. First round pick this year's draft. It should be a late pick, especially if we win the cup. Also adding Anderson here, forgot that, to this trade. So we're giving up, obviously, a lot, and a second round pick in 2021. So we're giving up a lot of assets here, but as long as we can get lucky in the draft, hopefully get some, big steals, we can recoup a lot of it, and I think this trade would just be huge for us. So we'll see what Columbus says here. Trade accepted. So again, huge offer, but hopefully it works out. And lastly, guys, trying to make a trade for Puljujarvi here, who Edmonton actually has on the block. Solid player, 20 years old, 79 overall, low league potential. If you play on the top 6 and he does well, he always grows. So offering up a 2019 second rounder, and then Pilon here, okay prospect, 2065, medium top 9. So with giving up our second rounder, we really don't have many picks at all in this draft. 2 fourths, a 5th, and a 7th, but our team's going to be 6, so that's all that matters. I'll see what Edmonton says. Trades rejected. I thought, honestly, that was a pretty fair offer. Let me see if I can maybe add like 1 more medium top 9, just because we don't have very many picks left, so I'd rather give up one of those guys since we have so many. We'll try Elvins, I guess, 1962. We'll have to take back a player. So we're taking back this Norella guy just as a roster spot, see what Edmonton says now. And trade's accepted. So I think we just stole Puljujarvi. That's awesome. And so this really sucks, guys. After the trade, we got some sort of glitch. Dzingle's in the minors, as both him and Panarin got put in the minors after the trade. And I called Panarin up, but Dzingel wouldn't let me call up. And as you can see there, he's making $1.8 million. So I'm just trying to send down Hagelin, who actually, he's going to get extended at 2.5. I'd rather not have that contract, so I don't mind him going on waivers. He's making an extra $75K. It doesn't let me do it. It says how it'll have us over the cap, which makes no sense. And in case you're wondering, like, you can give me some explanation why it's not glitched. If I try and send down Oshie, which would, you know, obviously save us an extra $1 million, it doesn't matter. So, I don't understand. I even, like, just tried sending down a defenseman, Norel here. I'll show you guys quickly. So, I just want to send him down, and it won't even let me send him down. So, give up an extra second-round pick to get to Dzingel. Really sucks if you don't have him in the playoffs. And you know what, guys? I'm not going to let the game just screw us here. As when we made the trade, it didn't say anything about the salary cap. So, offering them to Dzingel back for Anderson. We did add a second-round pick with this, but it would not go through. We'll see if they take Dzingel back here. Trade's rejected. Okay, I guess instead we'll just try and get our second-round pick back. This is not counted as one of the one of our 5 trades. Again, it didn't say anything about the cap, and you saw what I tried to do with Hagelin there. Like, it should have went through. It's kind of annoying, and it makes no sense. So, we'll just add the player here with the least amount of value. At least get our second-round pick back. Okay, we'll just do Sedlak there. So, this should go through. And there we go. So, at least it wasn't worst case scenario. So, after that trade deadline, guys, here's an updated look at the roster. Honestly, even without Dzingel, I think it's pretty sick. Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, and Panarin's our first line. Honestly, that could be like Russia's first line. Second line there, you got Oshie, Backstrom, and Wilson. Third is Connolly, Eller, and Puljujarvi. I'm going to try and get him going here. Fourth there, we have Yaskin, Stevenson, and Hagelin. Defense, obviously, no changes. Special teams, the first unit's so sick. Obi, Backstrom, Kuznetsov, Panarin, Carlson. Like, are you kidding me? So, hopefully this team can keep playing well. I feel like we have a legitimate shot at that Stanley Cup. Alright, guys, we're at the end of the season here with a record of 47, 33, and 2. We had a crazy win streak somewhere here in March. How many wins is that? So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight wins. Pretty ridiculous. I think we have a good shot of winning the division. And yeah, we do win the division. Just 1 point ahead there of Philly. 96 points total. Ovechkin, 1 shy of 100. That's alright, though. 58 goals. I feel like he's got a very good chance of winning the Maurice Richard trophy. So I feel like him playing on the top line, Kuznetsov and Panarin, they must have dominated. Yeah, Kuznetsov, 92. Panarin there, 87. Carlson, 65 as a D-man. Yandel, 63. 2 60-plus point defensemen. I mean, they're both very good offensively, so that makes sense. Backstrom only had 52. Now, he was on the second line, so understandable. Eller, though, 46 as a third line. That's actually really good. Check out Holtby's stats here. Really good record, .92, 2.74. Talbot there, .931, 2.19 goals against. That's actually very surprising. Goals against is shockingly low. I'm not sure really what was going on there. AHL team, I feel like we didn't really have much to look forward to. Yeah, Boyd. We didn't even have anyone put up 50 points, but what are you going to do? So we'll see here if Ovi did win the Maurice Richard. McKinnon, 102. Ovi actually second there in scoring. Sagan, Radulov, Kuznetsov was 5th. Panarin there was 8th, so we had 3 of the top 10 scorers. And Ovi does have the most goals there at 58, so that's awesome. He'll be winning the Maurice Richard trophy. So we do have at least a player award here from the first season. Obviously, the award we want the most, though, is the Stanley Cup. See we finished the entire league. Toronto 118. Oh my god. Arizona there. They always do so well now with Phil Kessel. Like him and Keller, I think, are just a dynamic duo. Vegas 3rd, so they don't do anything, they get 3rd. We make, I think, some smart moves. Missed the playoffs. St. Louis there. Where are we? We finished 7th, so not too bad. Who's the last playoff team? I think the Islanders there, 88 points. They a lot of times honestly miss, so not too bad. Detroit 27. I think Ottawa's probably last. Yeah, Ottawa's last like quite a bit there. Less than a 40 win ratio. Not good. And in the first round here, guys, we're actually up against the Buffalo Sabres. So they made the playoffs. Looks like they really haven't made any changes to this roster. VC's a trade we put through that happened this summer. Defensively, yeah, they got Yoki Harju, obviously, from the Nylander trade, but I don't think they've actually made any moves. Hunstiller started there 82, so, I mean, goaltending alone should win at this series. Our first line, like I said, literally like the Russian Olympic team first line, and our top 2 D-men just put up points like crazy. So, I'm feeling pretty good, but you never know. Hopefully this team can come through for us. So, first round here, we actually lose the first game, and the second game, I can't. This is insane. Yep, don't tell me. Okay, we do win 1, but we gave up so much for Panarin to Dzingel. Got screwed by Dzingel getting stuck in the AHL, and we couldn't call him up for anything. And now it looks like we might be a first round exit. Wow, that sucks. Check this out, guys. Lottery results are in. The Rangers are picking 1st and 3rd overall, so they're going to get Jack Hughes, and then they'll probably get Byram. They could even get Kako, honestly, if there's like a made-up player that goes 1st or 2nd. Colorado there again gets 4th, so pretty crazy, actually. Obviously, they had the Winnipeg Jets pick, then got pretty lucky. So let's actually check that right now. We know all these prospects from by now, but yeah, just curious if there's any made-up guys. Milson there. He's going to go, looks to be like 5th. So they actually have Byram now going 3rd. I don't know why, like, he had the same rating as Cousins, Doc, all those guys, and he was going like 12th and stuff. It didn't make any sense to me. So I'll show you guys who won the Stanley Cup now, all the awards. As you can see there, kind of surprisingly, Minnesota Wild, Stanley Cup champions. Backstrom had 4 points in 5 games for us. I still don't know what happened. Like, I don't get it. Our offense was better. Our defense was at least on par, if not better. Our goaltending was much better. What are you going to do? So Minnesota actually beat Toronto there in the Stanley Cup final. They went through Arizona, Vegas, and Chicago. So good for them. That's not a team that usually wins in the first year sim. So we have all the team awards there. All Minnesota and Toronto. Player awards, like we know, McKinnon won the Art Ross. Ovechkin got the Hart, so that's pretty awesome. James Norris went to Carlson. So we're getting a ton of player awards. McKinnon, Lady Bing, Pearson, Calder, Dubnyk, Conn Smythe, Gibson got the Vezina. Anderson, though, got the William Jennings. Lexiak, Bill Masterton, Getzlaff, the Selke, and of course, oh, actually, I thought that was Maurice Richard. Ovi also got Ted Lindsay there, and the Maurice Richard. So that's pretty sick. We had 4 awards. Unfortunately, first round exit. Now my big worry is Panarin walks on us. I think, though, we can make it happen. AHL awards, Wilkes-Barre Scranton there, won the Calder Cup. I don't think we won anything. Team or player, Letestu had the most points. He's not even really a scorer, so that's really surprising. Also won MVP. Denisenko there, most goals, though. Wallstrom, outstanding rookie. Wedgwood there, got the best goalie. So, Letestu also got sportsmanship. I don't know still what happened that first round, guys. I'm honestly still trying to wrap my head around it. But going to the draft now, we don't have a lot of picks, but going to be trying to focus on some trades to shed salary. Make sure we can bring Panarin back. Alright, guys, so next we're trying to make a trade for cap purposes with Ottawa, offering them Wilson for Batherson. Batterson's a good prospect, 21 years old, 78 overall, medium top 6. Wilson's good, but 83 overall, making over $5 million is a lot of money. I had, what was that, 40 points exactly this year, which isn't too bad, but I feel like we could use that money for Panarin, or even $5 million in free agency probably gets us a better player than Wilson. So we're also getting Batterson back, of course, in the trade. Let's see what Ottawa says here. They have a ton of money. Trades rejected. So the value is not quite good enough. I mean, honestly, I'd be willing to just trade him for a pick, but oh wow, Brady Tkachuk there. So he normally has medium elite potential. He must have had a rough year and dropped down to low elite. Oh yeah, he only put up 33 points there. That is surprising. Looks like it's actually slightly below Batherson. I'm down 82 overall though, which means making $1 million bucks. You might as well try and make that trade. I'm willing to honestly add to this too. Trade rejected. Okay, let's try adding something small. Alright guys, so I'm adding a second round pick here in 2021 because I just thought about it. Tkachuk's only 1 overall below Wilson. He's making $4 million less. He's got the low elite. We'll see what Ottawa says to this. Trades accepted. I feel like we just stole Brady Tkachuk. And next year, guys, trying to get trade with Carolina, offering them Hagelin and Gudas for 2 guys just for the roster spots. This is a 100% a cap dump. Hagelin's 78, going to make 2.7. Gudas is a 78 as well, I think. Or he's a 79, but he's making 3.3. So, again, I want to make sure we have some money here. Carolina has a ton of cap space. We'll see if they'll just take these guys for free. And they do take it for free. So, honestly, I think that's a good move for us. And so, our first pick in this draft, guys, is pick number 14 in the 4th round. I'll show you how the first round goes now. New York Rangers there get Hughes and Byram, but not Kako. I feel like they might be upset with that. Doc 4. Milson there, made up dude, goes 5. Cousins 6. Sorry, Turgot 7. I can't talk. But Cole's in, Caulfield. You got Sider there, Soderstrom. So, I mean, overall, it's a lot. I think it's a little bit better for sure. Looks like it's, it's about as realistic as we can get it. Most of the guys that go in the first round, from what I can see, are going in the first round. Now, Spencer Knight still goes early second. I'm not sure why. Like, medium elite potential goalie, and teams always wait on him. Like, definitely worth a late first rounder. So, we'll see who we can get here. Hopefully, there's still some steals available. Obviously, gave up a lot in that Columbus trade for Panarin. So, highest potential that's left. I mean, we have a guaranteed, or pretty much guaranteed low elite. 2 dudes there, 50-50, medium elite. Zarkov, I mean, whatever. Might as well just take a risk. And medium top 9. I mean, that could be worse. And we have another 4th round pick here, guys. 118th overall. And Vegas just got Tikhonov, who has medium elite. So that is a guy I guess we should have taken. I'm wondering if he's... Oh, no. The other medium elite, I think, for us was that Bure guy. So just that dude wasn't even on our radar. Giliev, we should be able to get later. I'm wondering, like... Nah, really no one there. Guaranteed low top 6. Like, who cares? Might as well just take chances here. So, come on, Bure. Low top 6. Not great. And our next pick here, guys, is now in the 5th round. So, unfortunately, getting kind of unlucky here. I think, honestly, we'll probably just take this dude. Please be low elite. That's not too bad. He is low elite. So, for the 5th round, that's pretty decent. He'll probably actually have, like, the most trade value of everyone we've drafted. And I think this is our last pick in the draft here. Round number 6. Hand, like a medium 7th D. I don't care. This guy, or actually, goalie, 50-50 medium elite. That'd be really good. I want to go for that. And medium fringe starter, that's not terrible. Alright guys, we're at the resign phase here, and as you can see at the bottom there, we have over 13 million in cap space. And not only that, but our entire first line went up by 2 overall. Obi's now at 94. Definitely good enough to lead this team another Stanley Cup. Kuznetsov there at 92. Panarin's a 90 and wants to resign with us, which is awesome. Carlson there is a 90 as well, so he was an 89. He went up by 1. So first things first, we're getting Panarin locked up. 8.8, that's actually pretty reasonable. We'll see if he'll take, like, I don't know, 8.5 here. I thought it was going to cost more than that. Afterwards, we'll have 5 million cap space. Obviously, we need a backup goalie, but really not too much after that. So centers, Kuznetsov, Backstrom, Eller. Stevenson will be our 4th line center again, so that's all good. Left wings here. Yaskin's a 78, so he's gone down. Curious what he's asking for. Yeah, that's a bit too much for me, so I'm just going to... What was he making? I honestly might let him go, because... Yeah, 78, we can get a 79 for that much money, or honestly cheaper. So we'll need a 4th line left wing. Right wings, Conley, we're going to let go unless it's super cheap. 1.7, honestly, I'm just going to let him go. Puljujarvi, should be able to get him pretty cheap. 2 years he wants to, well, yeah, we'll do that for sure. The 1 year prove-it deal, because last year I don't think he did too much. That's why Edmonton had him on the block there. So 1 year, 850K, that's obviously a steal. With Pelly for the 4th line, yeah, again, for 78, making almost 2 million, it's just not worth it. We can get guys cheaper than that in free agency. Defense here, so we got Carlson, Yandel, Kempney, juices up to an 80, Uyghur, so we still need, like, a kind of a better guy, honestly, to be on the second pair with Kempney. And Juice here is going to get a new contract as well. 1.7. We'll see if he does 1.5 for 2 years. I think that's pretty fair. And then lastly here, goalies. Holtby's still there. Talbot does not want to come back. That's fine. We'll find a new backup. Honestly, Samsonov's already a 77. Good chance he's at least a 78 by the start of the season, in which case he'll probably be good enough to be our backup. And check this out, guys. Panarin accepted our offer. That's awesome. Puljujarvi as well. Great deal on him. 850K. Juice rejected. I thought it was pretty fair. We'll try and give him like an extra, honestly, 50K and see if he says yes. Van Check there's going to be the AHL starting goaltender. Other than that, just all AHL contracts we have left to sign. And after the free agency period here, guys, we'll see who's available. We have $5 million there to spend. Marner, Point, and Connor all available again. Unfortunately, just do not have the cap space. I mean, maybe we could wait and somehow get one, but I feel like a defenseman for us is a lot more important. Now, having said that, probably going to have to go the trade route, as Gardner and Strawman would take up like all of our money, and we still kind of need a 4th line. Right now, it'd be like 76s and 77s. Other than that, though, I guess like our goaltending's good. I think Samsonov should be a good enough backup. And look at this. Columbus not only lost Panarin, they're also losing Bobrovsky. So true real life, although Panarin, of course, goes to us instead of the Rangers. So I'm actually just going to check right now. 2-way best potential. We need an AHL backup, surprisingly. Stolar's there is a bit old. So who would be the best for us? Maybe Sen, 2368. Medium fringe. That's probably like the best value there. Just kind of looking at it all. I'll see if he takes that contract. I feel like not a lot of teams are really going to be looking for that kind of player. Also, too, we'll look at all the 2-way skaters here. And after making an offer on that goalie, guys, I made an offer on a ton of 2-way players. Nasson, of course, the medium top 4. Salen, low top 4. All the medium top 9s usually make offers on. Now, a bunch of them didn't grow as much. Like, Peterson sometimes is a 71 right now. Only a 64, but still, we have only 32 of 50 contracts, so we can afford to, like, give a bunch of these out. I don't know if we're going to get them all either. Mangiapane, however you say his name. He's an RFA, but I made him $1 million offer. Usually he does pretty good, even if his rating's not that high. Just good offensive stats. Also made some offers on defensemen there. Again, we have so many roster spots, so I figured why not. And I think that was all of them. It was like 16 or 17, so it would actually only give us like 1 or 2 spots left. But really all we need is a defenseman, who I think we're going to have to trade for. Like I said, the free agent ones are too expensive. Well, I think we'll probably wait on signing a free agent with the $5 million. Hopefully, can get a 1-year deal on Marner, Connor, or Point. Usually one of them's available, and I feel like even though it costs us a first and third round pick, it is definitely worth it. And like I said, let's make a trade for a defenseman, and then I'm probably going to try and wait to fill out the fourth line when a bunch of guys are cheaper. All right, guys, so Hal here accepted our offer. Same with Gallant, Nasson, that's the big one. Medium top 4D potential. Bunch more medium top 9s there. So far, we've actually had roster spots for all of them. Again, I don't know why the computer GMs aren't making offers on these guys. Like, medium top 9 is a decent amount of value. If you, like, put a couple of them together, usually it can, like, you know, push a trade in your favor. The medium top 6 defensemen here, the goalie, Salin, Setkov. So they all said yes. Only ones we haven't actually heard back from are the RFAs. Mangiapane accept our offer as of now. Same with Masson there. Only 75 overall, but he's got top 6 potential. I assume both Calgary and Tampa will match. And let's see here. Tampa did choose to match. It was like an entry-level deal. Now, Mangiapane, it's $1 million. Still, though, Calgary does match. And right here, guys, are going to offer from the Devils. Vatanen a 6th and a 7th for our 1st and 3rd in 2020. But like I mentioned, we're going to save those 2 picks for an offer sheet on one of the 3 big RFAs. All right, guys, so I waited until the end of the summer, and as you can see here, Marner, Point, and Connor all still available. I was able to move around the roster a bit and actually free up an extra $1.5 million in cap space. Now, Marner's the best one, but even at 1 year at 6.4, 2 years 8.5. Obviously, I'd like to keep them for 2 years, so I don't have to worry about re-signing them next year and just, you know, a huge hassle. Point there, 6.9 for 2, 90 overall. He actually went up 1 over the summer. Now, Connor, 89 overall winger. He's only 5.8 for 2. So, kind of the perfect price for us. I'm going to try and get him here for 5.6. I believe that's like right at the max for only giving up a 1st and a 3rd. I think it actually might be 5.65. Yeah, this year's 1st and 3rd round picks. So, there we go. We should be able to get him. I'll have him and Backstrom on the second line with Oshie. That's an insane top 6, of course, with Ovi, Kuznetsov, and Panarin. The bottom 6 is going to be a little bit weak for sure, but that top 6, we should be okay. And right here, guys, trying to make a trade for a defenseman. Like I said, wanted to add one more here to our top 6. So Hronek on Detroit, it's pretty solid. 21 years old, 81 overall, medium top 4. They want Johansson. He's 21, 78 medium top 4, so we're basically slightly upgrading Johansson here. And because they want him, I feel like it shouldn't cost too much. So Salin, 2068 low top 4, and then Bure there, 58 low top 6. They want defensive prospects. So they're getting 3 here for Hronek. They're still only team stats hopeful. Tons of cap space, but really not a cap move. Value on our side, we'll see what Detroit says. Trade's accepted, so I really like that trade. And look at this, guys. Connor did accept our offer, so there we go. Winnipeg should not be able to match. Brady Tkachuk right now, leading scorer through the preseason, 8 points in 3 games. Pretty nasty there for him. We actually scored 7 in the first 2. So I'm waiting to hear back from Winnipeg saying they cannot match the offer sheet. And Winnipeg chose not to match it. So there we go. Our stacked team gets even better. Next year, guys, I'm actually trying to make one more trade of the offseason. I noticed Aston Reese was still an unsigned RFA. Unfortunately, we don't have enough roster spots to sign him. So trying to make a trade here. 25 years old, 79 overall, medium top 9. Also trying to take back Simon. Same thing, 25 and 79. They'll both be on the 4th line. They want Dowd and Barber, who are currently 77, so we're basically just upgrading the 4th line here, paying a fringe starter goalie and a top 9 prospect. So the value's on our side. Aston Reese isn't even signed for the Penguins, so they may say yes to this. Let's find out. And trade's going through, so that's awesome. Alright, guys, so after all the moves we made this offseason, this team is sick. Obviously, we had a sick team last season too, and it didn't matter in the playoffs. So team stats there is still champion. Honestly, like I was saying, I think we might have the best top 6 forward group in hockey. That first line is insane. Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, Panarin, still can't get over it. With Oshie, Backstrom, and Connor as the second line, like, I don't know how you match up with that first one, and if you do, the second line that's coming over the boards, like, good luck. Same with the third line, Tkachuk, Eller, Puljujarvi. Third line there, you got Aston Reese, or sorry, fourth line, Aston Reese, Boyd, and Simon. Defense here, Yandel Carlson still the top pair, with Hronek and Kempny on the second pair. Actually, a couple countrymen there, both Czech, and then Uyghur and Juice on the bottom. Goalies here, we got Holtby still as our starter. Samsonov now 79 backing him up, so we did grow. Elite potential, could be an 80 during the season. The first power play unit here is pretty insane. Even the second one there is pretty solid as well. Quick look at the AHL team. It's mostly like all the top 9 guys we signed. The forwards and then the defense actually is all 70 plus, which is solid. Goalies, Vanacek's actually a 77, so maybe the AHL team can make the playoffs. Obviously, that's just kind of like a side thing. Doesn't really matter too much. So also want to show you guys the stats here for this team. I feel like the offense is going to be ridiculously rated. Defense should be the lowest, so yeah, 97 offense, 92 defense, and 95 goaltending. I think we have a very good team here, so we'll start the sim and again, hope for the best. And we just got off here, guys, from the San Jose Sharks. Want to give us Dylan a third and a fifth for NASA and a fourth. Oh my god, I think I accidentally accepted that and I wanted to decline it. I was going to say, because now we're going to be in a tough spot in terms of cap space. Alright guys, we're at the trade deadline here and our record really isn't too good. 30, 29, and 4. We're just barely above 500. Now we have lost the last 4 games straight, which doesn't help, but still, even before that, we're only obviously, 3 or 4 games above 500. So 64 points there. We're 6 points behind Pittsburgh for division spot. And behind Toronto there, we're 6 behind for wildcard spot. So, I don't know what's going on this season. Ovi's having a pretty good year. 76 points, 63 games. Can only make 1 trade here at the deadline. So, we're going to have to make it count. I don't get it. Alright guys, so the 1 trade making at the deadline here is for Olli Juolevi. Good defensive prospect. 21 years old, 77 overall. We kind of need good cheap players next year. Hopefully he's at least a 79, maybe an 80. So I'm actually trying to flip Dylan, who we accidentally traded for. With the Sharks 3rd rounder we got for him. 1 year left, not going to bring him back, so I'll see what the Canucks say here, and trade's accepted, so there we go. And nothing this season here, guys. Looks like we finished with 88 points. I highly doubt it's enough to make the playoffs, but you never know. Maybe we squeaked in. I still don't get how we didn't do better than that this season, but what are you going to do? And yeah, we missed the playoffs by 2 points. Are you kidding me? I didn't even think we'd be that close. Ovechkin had 104, and we still missed. Oh my god. Calgary gets in with 88, and Boston, the other wild card, were also a win behind, but they do actually have a game left. That sucks so much. So looking at point totals here, guys, I still can't believe Ovechkin with 104 there. Kuznetsov 98, he almost had 100 as well. Panarin 76, Connor 65, Backstrom 60, Kachuk there 59. So honestly, he should go up in rating, and I'm probably going to look to trade Oshie just because he's making $5 million. We'll probably need some money for Holtby, and we need to give someone the defense. Like, both guys, Carlson and Yandel, over 50, but I think we need, just to improve that defense more so than the forwards. Holtby's stats, .914, 2.89 aren't bad. Samsonov's stats are terrible. Only 14 games played, but he had a .867, a 4.71. Like, what are his stats in this game? He always doesn't do very good. 75 points isn't terrible for a backup. Those numbers are not good at all. So next here, actually, we'll check AHL really quick. I don't think we had anyone too good. Yeah, Janssen, Falby, I don't know how to say that name. 56 points, that's it. Walker at 50. And next year, we'll see if Ovechkin won the Art Ross or the Maurice Richard. And he did win the Art Ross. It's awesome. There we go. Matthews, though, actually, but I stole the Maurice Richard from Kuznetsov there, 4th in scoring. And Forsberg, actually, 53 goals. Good for him. So, Ovi doesn't win the Maurice Richard this year, but he does win Art Ross. Go figure. And the draft players all terrain, guys. Arizona there picking 1st overall. So they'll be getting Alexis Lafreniere. Nashville 2nd. We'll get Byfield. Ottawa with San Jose's pick, probably getting Raymond. Our pick there is actually 15th. So even though we traded the 1st round pick, or gave it up, I guess, to get Kyle Connor, 100% worth it missing the playoffs. Because luckily, did not win the lottery. I think we had the worst odds of doing so. Still can't believe, 2 points shy of the playoffs, both spot in our division and the wild card. Hopefully next year, though, is our year. As you can see here, Columbus actually won the Stanley Cup, and that's with losing both Panarin and Bobrovsky, so pretty surprising. We'll see their road to the Cup here. Swept the Rangers, swept the Senators, Boston in 7, and the Ducks there in 6. Surprised to see the Ducks there, so good for Columbus, I guess. After losing Panarin and Bobrovsky, like I said, pretty impressive. So let's see, President's Trophy, Philadelphia Flyers, Anaheim Ducks, Columbus. I think we actually forget to check the team stats. I think I did because I was upset we didn't make the playoffs. Obi there, Art Ross. Also got the Hart back-to-back years. Let's go. Jones, James Norris, Kane, Lady Bing. Donato there actually gets the Calder. Corby Salocon, Smythe, Hart with the Vezina. He's so good because he's 20 years old, 84 overall, elite potential. Grows like crazy. Also wins the William M. Jennings. DeMello there gets the Bill Masterton, Barkov with the Selke, Ovechkin also got Ted Lindsay back-to-back years, and then Forsberg there wins the Maurice Richard. I was thinking maybe Ovi could win the Maurice Richard every single year, but that's okay. Hopefully 2 or 3 years. I'm wondering too, did we finish top 16 in the NHL and miss the playoffs? Because that always sucks when that happens, and that is the case. Top 16, Calgary there. Looks like less regulation overtime wins, but they're in the Western Conference, so they get in. Like I was saying, a tough break this year, but I think we can still make it back next year. We have no picks in this draft. Luckily, our core is pretty insane, so we should be okay, I think. All right, guys, we're at the draft here, trying to trade Philadelphia for their first round pick, 27th overall. There's a guy around there that's got medium elite potential, so I want to trade into that first round to get him. Kemney here making $2.5 million as an 81 overall defenseman. Pretty good, but we have a ton of young guys coming up. I feel he'll probably lose his spot, so I'd rather use that money for somebody else. Giliev, low elite potential, but again, if we're getting a medium elite, it's worth it. Freeman just there for the roster spot. We'll see what Philly says. Trades accepted. There you go. And so with the 27th pick here, guys, we're taking this Dayton dude. Guaranteed medium elite defensive defenseman. I feel like this is an awesome pick at 27. And he's 74 overall out of the draft. That is a steal. I don't think he's going to grow over the summer, but that is such a high rating at 27. Like, 74 medium elite. That's better than Broberg was in last year's draft. It's better than Drysdale, who went 10. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, who's that on par with? Defensive-wise, there's no one here. Lafreniere went first, Raymond second, Byfield. I'm trying to think. Who's the first defenseman actually taken? You got Holtz up here. It was Drysdale. He's better than Drysdale. He's better than Barron. So I think we got the best defenseman in the draft. Or it's this Garrison guy who's also made up. But still, that was a steal of a pick. Our next pick here, guys, the 15th pick in the 5th round. Really, the only guy I wanted was that elite dude. This guy here, pretty good chance to be low elite. I guess we'll take him and then probably that guaranteed low top 4. And he is a low top 4, which honestly I figured he probably would be, which isn't too bad. So I think we actually, this might be our last pick. Actually, no, I think we have a 7th round pick as well, but did not have a lot of picks in this draft. Went all out and then missed the playoffs, which obviously sucks. So this guy's ranked lower than the fringe starter, who's guaranteed. And fringe starter's decent amount of value, so we'll take him, and then hopefully the guaranteed low top 4 is still there in the 7th round here. And Marchand is still there, just barely. It would have been the 4th next guy to go. 56 overall, 7th round, low top 4th, really good value. And we're at the resign phase here, guys, with $15 million in cap space. Nick Backstrom, though, needs to resign. Now, he wants to stay, which is good. Means we'll actually be able to sign if we want to. Only wants $5.2 million there. I mean, he's 32 years old, 7 years. I thought he was going to ask for so much more money. We're actually saving money, so $5 million there for 7 years. Let's go. I thought we honestly were going to lose Backstrom. 4th line center there, we could have his Boyd, 78 overall. Eller, probably going to trade away, 80 overall, making 3.5. It's quite expensive. Boyd wants 1.4 as a 78. I'm just going to let him go. Same with Sedlak. He was basically like an AHL guy for us. So left wingers here, I think we are set. Panarin did drop 1 to 89, but still good player. Simon dropped to a 77. That sucks. Right wing, so Puljujarvi's now at 82. What's he looking for here? 2.5 for 2 years. Let's see if he'll do like $2 million there for 1 year. He still didn't really do much last year to prove anything. Aston Reese, we got him for like $700K last year. 1.5 for 2. That's not too bad. We'll see if he does like 1.3. And the next year, looking at defense, we got Carlson still 90. Yandel dropped by 1 to 85. Hronik, I'm hoping he grows at least 1 or 2. Uyghur, Ulevi, Hobbs. So that would be our top 6. Definitely could improve, but it wouldn't be the worst ever if that's what it is. 1.6 for 3 years. I don't know about him. Hobbs, 78 is good, like, insurance policy. We'll get 900K on him. And Uyghur's 1 overall higher. Honestly, I feel like we can sign defensemen, so probably just going to let Uyghur go there. We should be okay, especially we've got a couple 77s. Now, goalies. Holtby, he wants to come back. It's going to cost us. Samsonov's up to an 82, even though he had a terrible year. I don't know how that works. Holtby, 7.5. That's not too bad. Let's see if he'll take 7x7. I feel like that's pretty fair for him. All right, guys, so Puljujarvi actually accepted our offer. I didn't think he was going to. Aston Reese, though, rejected right now. Backstrom accepts. Holtby rejected. So I'll have to give Holtby like slightly more money. Same with Aston Reese, but I feel like we should have enough. Still probably like, yeah, 9.7. So yeah, we'll give each of them like an extra 100K. That should be good. And after the free agency period here, everyone made an offer unsigned. Both Aston Reese and Holtby did just require like an extra 100 or so K each. Only have $3 million there in cap space. Brain Point again is in free agency, so Toronto's actually able to sign Mitch Marner. Both of them actually set out the entire year. We got Dadonov there. Torrey Krug, would love to sign him. Like I said, need an upgrade on D. So if you do that, I could just trade away Oshie, Brain Shen. Gustafson would be a bit of a cheaper upgrade. I feel like, you know, Krug would definitely be the guy to go after, though. Milano there, up to an 84. Johansson, Green's kind of old. Dylan Strome, kind of surprised to see him available. Okay, so pretty good free agent class here. Let's just check goalies here out of curiosity. Corby Sal up to an 85 on the Stanley Cup winning team. Jimmy Howard's 87. What the heck? Also, guys, are making offers on 5 2A players here. Berggren, medium top 6. He's the best one to get. McLeod there's actually available. Not sure why Edmonton didn't sign him. Hillis there always is available. Also a couple of solid defensemen. Lundqvist and Regula there, both 1968 medium top 6. Alright guys, so we're now offering Vegas TJ Oshie for a first round pick. Clear some cap space. Can use that first rounder in a trade. And obviously we can go after Torrey Krug with the money. Pretty equal in terms of value. They want Oshie, picks on the block. Here we go. Trade accepted. That's awesome. And next year, guys, I'm offering the Calgary Flames Lars Eller for second round pick. He's a good player, but 80 overall, making 3.5 is a bit much. So I feel like we could maybe get somebody better in free agency. We'll see what the Flames say. Trade's rejected. Okay, honestly, we'll take back like a third round pick. I thought the second was equal in value, but what are you going to do? We'll try the third here. Third goes through. So I think now we have a decent amount of money. Yeah, $10.5 million. We can go get Torrey Krug, go get a forward or two. And honestly, team could be even better for next year, especially 2 first-round picks to trade, that defensive prospect. We're looking pretty good. So like I was saying, guys, right now we're going to make an offer on Torrey Krug here. 4 years, wants 5.67. We'll offer him 5.8, maybe 5.85. Hopefully that gets him. I'm thinking, too, we'll have about, $5 million still left over. Could go after Dylan Strome there, who's an RFA, or even Braden Point if he ends up coming down on his 1-year ask, because we do have our first and third for next year, so just make our offense even more crazy. And we just got this off here, guys. Vancouver wants to give us Montreal's second round pick from our Chant, who's medium top 4 potential, I think. It might be low top 4 and 2/5. It is low top 4 and 2/5 for a second. Saying yes to that for sure. And as you guys can see here, Regula accepted our offer. Same with Lundqvist. Berggren, he's the medium top 6 potential, so that's awesome. Come on. Hillis accepts. Please, Torrey Krug. Ryan McLeod. Haven't heard back from Krug. If Krug rejects, I really hope Gustafson's still available. And Krug does accept, so there we go. He's actually going to be playing on the top pair with Carlson, so very offensive top pair again. Yandel on the second pair, so we probably have like 3 of the best offensive defensemen in the league. And looking at our team, guys, I noticed we could still use a few more NHL forwards just for the 4th line, though. So I saw that PARV and Holland both available on 2-way deals, which is pretty awesome. So we'll offer them both here at $900K. Again, for the 4th line, 78, you really can't complain with, especially our top 6 is so good. They should be seeing like max 10 minutes a night. And as you can see here, Payarvi accepted our offer. Same with Holland. And next year, guys, trying to make a trade Chicago for Drake Caggiula. Pretty good forward. 26 years old, 81 overall. Would be a good like 3rd or 4th line guy. Offering them Ronberg, 64 medium top 9, and then Setkov, 65 medium top 6. We got a ton of those kind of players. Chicago can't afford to sign them, so I feel like we're stealing them here. And honestly, after this, I think we're gonna make an offer sheet on Dylan Strome. So kind of double dipping here on Chicago. We'll see what they say to this. And they do say yes, so there we go. Next year, I guess we'll make that offer sheet. So like I was saying, guys, next we're going to make an offer on Dylan Strome. I was actually thinking about waiting until the end of the summer to try and get Braden Point, but either signed with Tampa or some other team got him. So for a 1st and a 3rd, which is what we have to do, we don't have a 2nd. And we only have 1 trade left, so it's not worth it. I'm just going to try and get Strome here for like, I don't know. He wants just over 4 there for 3. I mean, he has an RFA, though, so I don't know why I'm overpaying. I'll just do 4.1. And we're giving up, okay, I go a bit higher here, so 4.2 we'll say. So we have to give a 1st and a 3rd, but we'll still have about $1.5 million left there to sign Caggiula. And I think if we do that, like, we're looking at maybe the best team we've had so far. And look at this, guys. Strome accepted our offer, so as long as Chicago doesn't make a trade to match, then we're good. I mean, 84 overall, high top 6 for $4 million is honestly such a good deal. And Chicago's not matching, so there we go. Also, guys, I want to get Caggiula signed right now in case any team thinks about making an offer sheet on him. So we'll do 1.7 there for 1 year. Should be enough. And we're just going to offer you guys some Carolina Hurricanes. I want to give us a 2nd round pick 2021 for Morrison, a 4th and a 6th. I feel like Morrison might have low top 4 as well. So pretty much the exact same trade we did before, but different players, different team. I think like a 2nd round pick, you're probably going to get better than a low top 4. So I'm going to say yes to that. Alright, guys, so let's start next season. As you can see there, our team status is still champion. Like I was saying, this team, I don't know, this team's probably the best one yet. I hope we make the playoffs and even better, win the cup. I do not want to have to cut up that signed NHL 19 cover. So the first line there is Ovi, Kuznetsov, and now Kyle Connor. So maybe a little mix-up there would be good. Second line, we have Kachuk, Backstrom, and Panarin. It's pretty insane top 6. I mean, our top 9, Caggiula, Strome, and Puljujarvi. Like, are you kidding me? 4th line, Aston Holland, PARV is good enough. Again, they're barely going to be playing with those 9 guys in front of them. Defense, we got Krug and Carlson top pair, Hronek, Yandel, second pair, then Ulevi and Hobbs on the bottom pair. I think Carlson and Krug actually like led me to a fantasy championship at 1 year, so that's kind of cool. Goalies, Holtby there, still 91. Samsonov backing him up, now an 84. So he had bad stats, but he's grown quite a bit. So can't be too upset with that. First power up unit there. I've actually got 2 defensemen on the back end just to keep it balanced. Plus they're both really good. And then the second unit there becomes a little bit better. So maybe that's just, better in terms of the sim. AHL team. Simon's now there. I don't know why we dropped to 77. Not too bad, I guess. Defense. So there's Galvas guys not Galvas. Dayton here is also 74. Medium elite. Maybe we trade him at the deadline. We can only make 1 trade, so we'll definitely have to make it count. We better be in a playoff spot come deadline because we're going to go for it no matter what. So also want to show you guys here just our stats. I feel like they should be a bit better than last year. I think they were, 97 offense, 92 D, 95 goaltending. Also, defense has actually gone down by 1. Everything else is the same. I don't know how. I feel like our defense got better. We added Torrey Krug, but whatever. So we'll start the sim now. Again, hopefully playoffs, and then once we're there, anything can happen. Alright guys, so we're at the trade deadline here with a really good record. I think this is our best one so far at the deadline. 35, 22, and 5, so 75 points. We're actually on a, 7-game win streak right now. Could make it 8 and 9 if we take 2 wins there in New York. And we're actually a really streaky team this season. We started out 0 and 5. We had like a 5-game win streak at one point. I think we had another 4-game loss. Losing streak, I should say. It's kind of weird. So we are first in the division. Kuznetsov's actually leading scorer, not Ovi. 72 there in 62. Like I was saying, can make 1 trade here at the deadline. So we're playing pretty well. We'll try and make 1 trade without giving up, too many NHL players just to give us that boost. Hopefully, finally, win a Stanley Cup. Alright guys, so for our 1 trade here, trying to get Giordano from the Calgary Flames. 2 years left there at 6.7. 37 years old, still an 88 overall player. 5 overall higher than Yandel, who's down to an 83. Making 6.3 for 3 more years. Simon's in the AHL right now. They want him though, and then a 2nd round pick there we got from the Canadians. So we'll see what Flames say. And trades accepted, so there we go. I feel like that was a really nice ad for us. And I wanted to show you guys too. We still have like a bit of cap space, but it was our 5th trade. Still have our 1st round pick in this year's draft. Also, of course, still have that elite defenseman we drafted last year. So future's honestly looking bright and team stacked. And after that trade, guys, team's pretty much the same as before. Obviously, forward group has not changed. Defense, though, Giordano's now on the top pair with Carlson. So we have Hronik and Krug on the 2nd, Ulevi and Hobbs on the 3rd. Ulevi's actually up to an 82 now, so 1 higher than Hronik, but want to keep the 3 righties on the right, 3 lefties on the left. Plus, it kind of just balances it out a bit more. I think the power play is still the same with just Giordano and Yandel's spot. So really didn't mix the team up, too much. Didn't mess with the chemistry. Just upgraded 1 player. So hopefully, didn't rock the boat. We're still a good team. Make a run at the playoffs, make the playoffs, and then make a run at the Stanley Cup. And check this out, guys. We just got offered a trade from the Minnesota Wild. Jared Spurgeon, a 4th and a 7th for our 1st and 3rd this year. Might as well say yes and just stack our team even more. So I said yes to that trade, guys, and Jared Spurgeon just buried in the AHL now. As you can see here, I can't call him up. It says we're over the cap, so luckily that was the last season. Doesn't matter. We're missing on the 1st round pick, but definitely is annoying. And check this out, guys. Our best season so far. We hit 50 wins, 107 points total. We didn't lose in regulation in March until March 30th. So only 2 days left there. Pretty insane. Like, just a huge win streak. It's basically, it was going on before the deadline, like I mentioned. It kept going there until, March 8th. So this is a nasty team for sure, and that's a Spurgeon in the AHL, just tearing it up. So 107 points, yeah, dominated the division. Kuznetsov 98, so 2 shy of 100 this year. I think he was 1 shy of 100 last year, or that might have been, was that Ovi 2 years ago? I don't know. Kuznetsov's been close though. So Ovechkin 95, 61 goals. Are you kidding me? Connor at 79, Kachuk 62, still an 84 though. Strome 61 as a 3rd line center. Really impressive, but obviously have him on the power play as well as the penalty kill, so he's getting a lot of ice time. Krug at 60, Giordano 54, Carlson 51, Panarin only 51 playing 2nd line. I don't get that. He's got Backstrom feeding him the puck. What are you going to do? This team, we got a lot of depth. Kajula 46, okay, so yeah, cannot complain. Let's see Holtby's stats here. 0.918, 2.85. Samsonov a lot better this year. He actually had better save percentage and goals against than Holtby, so good to see him playing well. AHL team here, we'll check their stats. Zetterlund, 56 points. He doesn't usually do that great, so good to see him playing well. Next year, we'll check the entire NHL. I feel like Ovi has to have the Maurice Richard. So Sagan, 117. Kuznetsov's 4th. Ovi's 5th. Was that Ty Ratty? What the heck? He's 8th in scoring. 92 points. 87 overall. What the heck happened to him? Okay. Anyways, goals. And yeah, it is Ovi there, Maurice Richard, 61 goals. So curious too, like we have a chance the President's Trophy. I'm not sure the symbol if it was a Y, Z. It's a Z there. So we won the conference. And we also won the President's Trophy. Let's go, 107. Wasn't sure if that'd be enough. Tons of teams there, 100 plus points, 8 in total. Let's see all the playoff teams there. Edmonton gets in, Nashville 17. Okay. Tampa actually missed. Last in the entire NHL. Who's it gonna be? Pittsburgh Penguins. Wow, 64 points. Not too good at all. Arizona did so well that one time with Keller and Kessel, and now they're back in the basement. Sharks. In 3 years' time, I could definitely see them being pretty low just with all the veterans they have. So the first round of the playoffs, guys, are playing the Boston Bruins. The first line there has not changed. Bergeron, though, is down at 87, now 35 years old. They've actually got Timashov on the second line with Krejci, DeBrusk, Bjork, Heinen, Lear, Senyshyn, Frederick, Nordstrom. Defense, they have Carlo McAvoy. Char's still playing at 44 years old. What a legend. Scandella there. Obviously, we took Krug in free agency. Rask there, 88 overall, still at 34 years old. Picard, 80 backup. So they have a good team, but our team is better. So hopefully we can at least win a playoff series here. Like, we'll take it, one game at a time, one series at a time. Because, yeah, we got swept, right? Or did we win one game? It was, honestly, like, I tried to block it out. I have no idea what happened the last 2 years. We're just going for it all now. So, first round here against the Bruins. Come on. We're at home the first 2 games. We get a win. Come on. We get another win in OT. Up 2-0. Let's go. 3-1. There we go. Big sweep there against the Bruins. That's awesome. Alright, guys. So, in the second round, we're playing the Philadelphia Flyers. First line there, they got JVR, Giroux, and Voracek. Second line's Patrick Couturier and Patrick Marleau. Still playing at 41. Respect to that. Lindblom, Konechny, and Kurt Allen the third, and then Frost, Joe Thornton. Are you kidding me? So they have both Joe Thornton and Marleau on the same team. They're both playing at 41, but they're not together on the Sharks. They're together on the Flyers. How strange is that? Ghost and Provorov, sick top pair. They got Sanheim as well for the defense. Goalies, Hart there, 92. Anderson backing him up. Anderson's almost twice his age, but good to have a veteran backup there at the young goaltender starting. So I don't know. I feel like aside from goaltending, we should beat them in every matchup for forwards and defense. We'll see how this goes. Home ice advantage as well. Sim the first couple games here. Come on. Keep the win streak going in the playoffs. 6-2. 3-1. Okay, there we go. Currently 6-0 in the playoffs. Let's see if we can take 2 here in Philly. Back-to-back sweeps. And we actually lose both, so not what we want to see happen. But still, the series is tied at least. 2-2. Have more than a chance. And we win the 5th game. They win the 6th, though. So all coming down to Game 7. If I'm looking at it right, we have not lost yet at home. Hopefully that continues. Let's go, boys. And there we go. 3-2 OT win. Keep our playoff hopes alive. We're actually playing Buffalo now in the conference final. And right here, guys, look, the Buffalo Sabres roster. They actually have Dano on the first line now with Eichel and Reinhart. Stahl there on the second with Middlestat and Skinner, who's down 87. Bomb 6 there isn't too bad. Defense, Dahlin and Ristolainen's probably the best top pair in the game. And goalies, they still have Hutton, but he's now an 88. So that's a bit concerning because they beat us when he was an 82. Although even though they've gotten better, still have we. So hopefully can get some revenge here. We do have the home ice advantage. First 2 games. Would love to at least win 1 game here. Let's go. And we lose the first one in OT. We do win the second, though, 3-1. So at least we're tied up there 1-1. Hopefully we can take a game in Buffalo, keep this thing close. Here we go. Game 3 is a win. Game 4 is also an OT win. So all we have to do now, win 1 of the next 3 games. Please, boys, make this happen. There we go. 7-3 win in game number 5. And next up we have the Dallas Stars in the Stanley Cup Finals. So we'll stop simulating here. View the lines for the Stars. Probably have a pretty good roster. I was actually trying to make a trade for Klingberg and I think Alexiak at the deadline, but they were not going to do it, so that's why we just traded for Giordano instead. So we'll see, where's Dallas? Like I said, probably still stacked. So yeah, Ben, Sagan, Radulov still the first line. Radulov is down to 86. Kept Zuccarello. Dickinson, Nichushkin's up to 84. That's too high for him. Palmville, Hintz, Gurionov, Como, Faxa, and Williams. So they do have Mr. Game 7. Let's win before Game 7. Heiskanen, Klingberg, Honka, Lindell, Martinez, Alexiak, goalies. Bishop's an 88. Ottinger backing him up there, 81. So good roster, good forwards, good D, good goalie. I think they're just a good balanced team like us, but I do think we're better. Ovi there, point per game right now in the playoffs. So We'll sim this one game by game, period by period. Hopefully, it'd be pretty awesome if we actually can clutch up here, win the Stanley Cup in the final year, not have to cut up my NHL 19 signed covers. So first game, first period. Look at that. Boys are alive. 3-0. We get 2 more there. Ovechkin, Aston Reese. Ben scores for them. And then Backstrom make it 6-1. Game number 1. Love to see that. So game number 2 here, guys. First period. Down 1. Lindell scores for them. They get another there in the second from Faxa. We need a big third. And they get 2 more. Dickinson, Palmville. Ovi lets us not get shut out. Unfortunately, not quite enough. So we had their number the first game. They had ours that second. And actually, both of those first 2 games, obviously, were in Washington. So heading to Dallas now. Again, sort of like with Buffalo. Just want to win one of the away games. Try and keep it close here in the first 4 games. Then just, win a best of 3, essentially. First period. Down 1 again. Radulov with them. There we go. Ovechkin gets 2, so we're all tied up. Klingberg for them. Not a good third, though. Zuccarello, Radulov each scored. All right, guys. So down 2-1 there after 3. Obviously, not where we want to be, but win this one. Tie the series up. Basically, best of 3 after that, like we were mentioning. Here we go. First period, no score. Second period, there we go. Boys came alive. Kachuk gets 2. Kuznetsov, Puljujärvi each get 1. And we hold on there. Kajula and Juolevi. So big 6-2 win there. 37 shots. Yeah, the boys were alive in the 4th game there. So tied up 2-2. Have to win 2 of the next 3 games. 2 of them are at home, so I feel like we might have a slight edge. Big 6-2 win as well. Hopefully I can keep this momentum going. Game number 5 here. At home. Let's go. First period. Get 1 there from Ovechkin. Second period. They get 2. Sagan, Lindell. We got to answer back here in the 3rd. There we go. Panarin ties it up. Going to OT. Look at the shots. Oh my god. Bishop's insane. 51-21. And it's tied up. And we just barely tied it up. Okay. We'll find a way to score on them here. OT. There we go. Ovechkin finds a way. Oh my god. 51 shots to 21 shots, and it's tied up. That's insane. So, game 6 here. Chance to win the Stanley Cup. I'm pretty sure last year Washington won it in Vegas. So, if we don't win it in game 6, we can just, do something different, win it at home. But I would love to not even have to go to game 7, not have to worry about it. So, here we go, game 6 in Dallas. The boys got to be buzzing after that last one. First period, 1-1, Panarin and Faxa. Second period, 2-1. Okay, let's just resume here. I don't want to risk it in case we, get 2 or whatever. 3-1. Okay, not looking good. All right, guys, it's 4-1, so I'm just going to sim the period. I assume we're losing it. And, yeah, we do lose the game there. Moving on to game 7. All right, so here we go, guys. Game number 7. I can't believe this. Oh my god. 3rd year. All comes down to this. Stanley Cup Final. Game 7. Let's go. Down 2-1. Okay. Come on. Big second period. Let's go. Connor, Kajula each score. Resume this thing. Please. Stay alive. It's a close game in terms of shots. Pretty much even. We got to kill this off. Please, boys. Find a way. Kill it off. There we go. We have a power play now. Come on. There we go, Nick Backstrom. Usually the playmaker scores 1 on Bishop. 4-2. Please, about halfway through the period now. Just gotta play smart hockey here. 5-on-3. Are we gonna kill the 5-on-3? We do. We kill the Infire 5-on-3. Let's go. They get 1, but who cares? Minute left. Should be good to go. Obviously, I'm just gonna go in the middle. We'll do a computer versus computer game. We have 3 better offense, same defense, 4 better goaltending. We better clutch up here and win. So less than a minute to go, guys. 1 goal lead. Hopefully the team can hold on. I'm not sure why we're going down, but whatever. Big D play there, I think, by Ovechkin actually stopping Palmville in the slot. Oh, come on, Hronik. Just skate this thing and shoot it in the net. Come on, shoot. Goes for the dump. I mean, respect, but you're past the blue line. Just shoot the puck at that point, I think. Oh, and Chushkin's coming by. Nice little deke. Goes wide on the backhand, but that was close. Giordano up to Backstrom. 4 seconds left. Is just going to put it in just because. Goes wide, but that doesn't matter. Stanley Cup champion. Washington Capitals. Let's go. Oh my god. That thing couldn't have been closer. That was insane. So, probably one of the best. I don't know. Somehow pulled it off. This team, it shouldn't have been as close as it was. Like, this team is so stacked. Ben Bishop, though. I still can't believe that one game. 50 shots to 20. And it was tied up there going into OT. Like, what the heck. But My Subban signed cover is going to be saved. And next year, guys, we just have the classic handshake line, of course, before we lift the Stanley Cup. Like I was mentioning, last time Capitals won this year ago was in Vegas. This time, of course, get to win it at home in front of Washington fans, so that's pretty cool. And here we go, guys. Braden Holtby is the Conn Smythe winner. Really no surprise. Pretty much always the goalie. 2.06 goals against, .938 save percentage, though. That's pretty good stats, especially considering the fact that we've turned the scoring up. So you definitely got to respect that. But I want to see Ovechkin here. Come get this cup. And look at this, guys. Ovechkin going up there. The huge playoff beard. Love to see it. Last time he sellied hard. The grade 8, 2-time Stanley Cup champion now, just like Phil Kessel. And there it is. Ovechkin with the cup. That's what we wanted to see. Absolutely just awesome. Who's he going to give it to first there? Number 74. Is that supposed to be... Who is that? I actually have no idea. John Carlson. Okay, that's who I thought it was, but it did not look like him at all, so I was so confused. I thought that kind of looked like Sam Reinhart, to be honest. I was completely thrown off. And here we go, guys, the classic Stanley Cup pick. Like I was saying in the beginning of this video, we kept the 4 core players together. Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, Backstrom, Carlson, but I think pretty much the rest of the team changed, and I believe for the better. I mean, we won a Stanley Cup, so really, what else can you say? Panarin there, 3 assists in that game. I think Strom must have had the game winner, because pairing with 3 assists would definitely be my first star. And check this out, guys. Lottery results are in. Minnesota's picking first overall via Vegas. These computer GMs always trading these unprotected first-round picks. When are they going to learn? So, obviously, next year we'll just take a look at the awards and stuff. So happy we were able to win it. I think I just realized, too, the AHL team, I don't think they made the playoffs once in the 3 years, so maybe that article I read where it said, Washington's prospects are the worst wasn't far off. Ovechkin there, 22 points, 23 games. So pretty good for him. No one over a point per game, but still, obviously, really solid. And look at that. Our entire first line actually had 22. Backstrom, Connor as well. Panarin, 21. He was actually the hottest one at the beginning. Kuznetsov, 20. Backstrom's second line. It's actually Kuznetsov's first line. So top 6 forwards really were just going off. Love to see that. Look at the playoff tree. See who Dallas had to play to get through to us. So first round, swept Minnesota, beat Avs in 5, Ducks in 7, and then lost to us in 7. So they had a pretty good road there. Next year, we'll check the awards. Hopefully, get some more player awards. Stanley Cup, President's Trophy, also the Prince of Wales, can't complain. Sagan, Art Ross, and the Hart. He had a great year. Ghost gets the James Norris. Sagan also got Lady Bang. Devin there, Calder. Holtby, though, Conn Smythe. Vasilevsky got the Vezina. Luongo got the William M. Jennings at his age. Jeez. Dude's retired, still getting awards. Cuckoo, Bill Masterson. O'Reilly with the Selke. Usually he gets it all 3 years, so only gets it once here. Sagan also got Ted Lindsay, but Ovechkin there does get the Maurice Richard, so that's awesome. Team awards, Springfield won the Calder Cup. We didn't get anything. Player awards, Bachfist. Bachfist had most points. Jeez. Defenseman. Hunt, though, got the MVP, and Farabee most goals. Bachfist also got outstanding rookie. I don't know. He must have been back to junior 2 different years. He also had best goalie, best defenseman. Soderstrom was the best goalie. Darlene, MVP of the playoffs. But honestly, I couldn't care less. We won the Stanley Cup. That is all that matters. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I thought that was a good one. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that. And besides that, guys, thank you as always for watching. Next week, I should have the Winnipeg Jets cover bust out, which is the final one for the NHL team. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, have a nice day. Goodbye.